By 2030, humanity stands at the threshold of becoming a multi-world species. For the first time in history, our presence on the moon shifts from temporary scientific visits to sustained, long-term habitation. What once existed only in science fiction begins to take shape as space agencies and private companies converge on a shared vision, building a foothold on a world that has watched over Earth since the beginning of human time. The moon, once a distant and unreachable symbol of mystery, becomes a destination, one that humans will walk, build upon, and call home. The moon of 2030 is no longer a barren expanse visited only by brief missions. It is a frontier alive with infrastructure, robotic rovers clearing regolith, habitats unfolding from compact modules, and solar fields stretching across crater rims where sunlight never fades. Humanity's ambition to expand beyond Earth finds its first real proving ground on this ancient, airless companion. It is here, in the silence and stark beauty of the lunar surface, that our species begins its next chapter. Living on the moon requires ingenuity unlike anything attempted on Earth. The lunar environment is extreme. Temperatures swing from deadly cold to scorching heat. Radiation bombards the surface, and micrometeorites travel at speeds that can pierce steel. Yet these challenges do not deter human settlement. Instead, they shape it. Habitats are built in the safest places nature has to offer, the peaks of near-eternal sunlight at the moon's poles. These rare mountain-like ridges receive illumination for more than 80% of the lunar year, providing a stable supply of solar power and reducing dangerous thermal swings. Structures are designed not just to survive, but to grow. Inflatable modules expand like futuristic domes, enclosed in layers of protective regolith piled by robotic excavators. Underground habitats take advantage of ancient lava tubes, vast natural tunnels that shield settlers from radiation and impacts. Inside these stone corridors, humans create a world insulated from the vacuum above. Pressurized chambers, living quarters, research labs, and greenhouses illuminated by artificial sunlight. By 2030, the moon is no longer an empty sphere of rock. It becomes a place with neighborhoods, corridors, and the beating heart of habitation. The moon is not a barren wasteland. It is a treasure trove waiting to be unlocked. Beneath its dusty surface lies water ice, frozen remnants preserved in the eternally dark craters at the poles. This ice is the key to living sustainably on the moon. It becomes drinkable water, breathable oxygen, and, through the miracle of chemistry, rocket fuel. Hydrogen and oxygen extracted from lunar ice can power spacecraft far beyond the moon, fueling missions to Mars, asteroids, and deep space. For humanity's future expansion, water becomes the new gold. Mining operations are the lifeblood of early lunar settlements. Robotic drillers carve deep into frozen soils. Processing plants extract oxygen from lunar rock, turning the very surface into a resource. Solar farms generate clean power across miles of terrain, silently feeding energy into underground batteries and life support systems. The moon becomes a self-sustaining outpost, an industrial hub in the making, built not for exploitation but for expansion. By 2030, humanity's survival on the moon is not a fragile experiment. It is a self-feeding ecosystem of technology, geology, and ambition. Daily life on the moon is unlike anything on Earth. Inside the pressurized habitats, gravity is only 1/6 of what humans evolved for. Walking becomes a bounding, floating motion, each step a gentle lift from the surface. Energy expenditure drops, muscles shift, and the human body must adapt. Exercise becomes a crucial part of daily routine, supported by specialized equipment designed to mimic Earth's gravity. Living quarters resemble compact, futuristic apartments with multifunctional furniture, soft lighting, and windows showing the stark, unchanging landscape outside. Meals rely heavily on hydroponics and lab-grown foods. Greenhouses bathed in LED sunlight produce leafy vegetables, fruits, and herbs, while algae bioreactors recycle carbon dioxide into oxygen and nutrients. Every resource is precious. Everything is reused. Waste becomes energy. Water cycles endlessly through filtration systems. It is a world built on efficiency, where survival depends on harmony with the smallest details of engineering. Yet life on the moon is not joyless. Humans decorate their quarters. Children send messages to Earth. Artists paint the lunar horizon. And every day, settlers witness a view no human civilization has ever truly lived with. Earth rising above the jagged horizon, glowing like a suspended blue lantern in the black sky. Moving across the lunar surface becomes an essential part of daily operation. Pressurized rovers travel near silently across the regolith, navigating between research stations and mining sites. Their cabins are spacious, insulated, and equipped with panoramic windows that reveal a hauntingly beautiful landscape. Endless gray plains under a sky without air or weather. For longer journeys, modular rover caravans operate like mobile laboratories, capable of supporting crews for weeks at a time. Space suits used by lunar settlers are lighter, more flexible, and more durable than anything worn during Apollo. They incorporate advanced haptic feedback, cooling systems, and augmented reality displays to assist in navigation and maintenance tasks. On the moon, every movement outside the habitat is deliberate. Every excursion is a mission. Yet settlers become intimately familiar with the terrain, learning the subtle textures of the soil, the jagged contours of crater rims, and the quieting effect of a world where sound does not travel through air. By 2030, lunar settlements represent humanity's first attempt at governing a civilization off Earth. No single nation controls the moon. Instead, international agreements guide operations, ensuring peace and scientific transparency. Communications between Earth and the moon are swift, with minimal delay, enabling constant interaction between astronauts, engineers, families, and mission control. Virtual reality interfaces blur the boundary between Earth and lunar life, allowing settlers to speak face-to-face with loved ones across the void. Culture evolves in unexpected ways. Lunar holidays emerge, moments when settlers gather to watch Earthrise, celebrate the arrival of supply landers, or commemorate milestones in exploration. Schools hold classes virtually, with children on Earth learning directly from astronauts. Art thrives in this new world, with musicians composing pieces that echo the moon's silence, and writers capturing the psychological impact of living in constant darkness, illuminated only by the artificial glow of human-made suns. A lunar settlement is more than a home. It is a launch pad for the next age of exploration. The moon's weak gravity allows rockets to escape into space with minimal fuel, making it the perfect staging point for missions to Mars and beyond. Lunar shipyards emerge as hubs of activity, assembling spacecraft that no longer need to fight Earth's massive gravity well. From the moon, the rest of the solar system becomes more accessible. By 2030, the moon becomes humanity's training ground, a place where we learn how to live in low gravity, maintain life support systems, operate in harsh environments, and build sustainable civilizations. Every habitat, every rover, Every greenhouse becomes a stepping stone toward a future where humans can colonize Mars, explore Europa's ocean, or mine asteroids for resources. As humanity takes its first steps toward permanent life on the moon, we discover that we are not merely exploring a distant world. We are learning to redefine ourselves. The moon becomes a mirror, reflecting our ingenuity, resilience, and unshakable curiosity. It challenges us to thrive where life was never meant to exist. It forces us to innovate, adapt, and cooperate on a scale never before required. And above all, it reminds us that our destiny extends far beyond the cradle of Earth.